Hi friends, by now you must have enjoyed my presentation on main reasons for failure of the fumigation. That was part 1 because of human error. Now I am coming to the second part, that is failure because of scientific and materialistic reasons. The first and foremost which I have observed in my career is that we stack the wooden crates, all dead stock articles adjoining the wall, touching the wall. You see a lot of polythene covers are lying which are touching the wall. Here you cannot fumigate the stock, you cannot spray the stock. The insect will remain hibernated in the, and when you have already fumigated the stocks in that particular godown, the insect will migrate. So that's why immediate failure of the fumigation will take place. Similarly, the lot of dead stock articles, wastage we preserve, we stack outside the godown, within the premises of the godown. The same thing happened there. You cannot fumigate, you cannot spray it. So whenever the stocks are fumigated inside the godown, the insect will migrate from this dead stock articles lying outside the premises of the godown. Now, other reason which I have observed, that while fumigating the stock, the laborers throw the aluminum phosphide tablets on the top of the stack in bunches without spreading it evenly. Even this distribution can only help right penetration of the pH 3 down to the bottom of the stack, and will help killing the 100% insect, attaining the 100% mortality. But here in this case, the effect will not be so much. So apply 60-40 ratio as I told earlier in the previous presentation. Then other reason is that we use polythene covers which are unserviceable. Here you see big holes are there. The covers are cut and torn in both of the slides. So naturally, if you will not use the serviceable covers, there will be leakage of the gas and there is a failure of the fumigation process. Next reason is improper erratic placement of sand snakes or sealing of the ground. Sand snakes have been arranged in two layers. It is very good. Here it is perfect. But if you spread the sand snakes in a single layer without overlapping, leaving the gap, then the fumigation is bound to fail because of leakage of the polythene pH 3. Because the space in between both of the sand snakes will give the escape to the pH 3. So naturally failure of the. But if you are at all you are to place the sand snakes, it should be on the overlapping, like I have shown in the slides. Now, other reason is that you see in the slide, the rope is tied to the wooden crates and the cover is lifted. Though it is already, the stack is under fumigation, but here it is pH 3 is bound to take leak. In the second part of the slide also you see big holes are there. So this will cause total failure of the fumigation process. Now earlier in the part 1, I told you that the cover itself, which has been used for the fumigation, should also be sprayed from all sides, particularly from the top of it. The live insects remain clinging to the surface of the cover. So if you do not spray the cover along with the walls, alleyways, gullies, windows, doors, platform, so this cover is also to be fully sprayed so that the clinging insects, crawling insects are killed and should not go for the cross infestation. Other part of the slide is showing that the spray should be done properly, including the crevices and all the floor, etc. Then exposure period. Gentlemen, exposure period is very, very necessary. It is 5 to 7 days, of course. Why 7 days? Because the egg hatches the larva, see, within 7 days. So 7 days to 10 days, this scientifically exposure period has been kept. So if you remove the cover, here in this slide, you see that the cover is being removed before 7 days or 5 days. So certainly the insect mortality will be zero. There's a total failure of the fumigation. So provide full 5 to 7 days exposure period for successful fumigation. Now coming to the next reason. Next reason is that generally we do not brush the stacks after the fumigation, after degassing. Brushing will make the filaments, gunny filaments, erect state, with the idea that the area of the spray will increase and the filaments of the gunnies will absorb more chemical. When the insect will crawl, it will die. It will immediately will be affected and die. It cannot penetrate in the stalk. So other part of the slide shows that we should use for effective effective brushing the blower. This is an electrical blower we used in PSWC when I was working there. So this is very, very effective, gives very good result. So this should be provided to the staff. Then gentlemen, the equipments, food spray pump. It is the old days equipment when the Godown was 100 ton, 200 ton or 1000 ton. We could use this. But nowadays we are having the capacity of 2 lakh metric ton, 3 lakh metric ton. We cannot spray the stalks with this food sprayer. If you do at all, it will be ineffective. So in PSWC, second part of the slide you see, in PSWC we provided them power operated spray, diesel as well as power spray, power operated. Spray pump is very, very effective, having big capacity, and it reaches to the chemical reaches to the roof, up to the windows. Complete kill can be achieved with this. So I recommend all the state agencies or the food grain industry or the full government agencies to provide such power operated sprayer to the staff. Now, other reason of the failure is that we conduct the fumigation during the monsoons, when the water is stagnated under the wooden crates. Here in the slide you see the water is stagnated. Under these circumstances, particularly when the water is under this stack, under the wooden crates, and if you fumigate, cover it, seal it, then whole phosphine gas will be absorbed by the stagnated water. So the fumigation is bound to spray. So try not to fumigate the stock during the monsoon so that the 100% killing can be achieved. Next is that when we go for the sampling, we do not recognize the insect. If there is a major insect, for the major insect like Togoderma, it is a different type of treatment. Minor insect, the different normal dose. So it is very, very important to identify which insect we are treating, which stalk is infested with the major or minor, particularly Togoderma or the Tribolium or Tribolocastranium, etc. Now in the second slide, you see for Togoderma you will have to apply sometimes 3 times of the doses. Means normally we go for the 9 gram per metric ton, but here you will have 3 times of the dose. And to further that, you may have to provide repeated fumigation till the 100% kill of the Togoderma is received. But in the case of the minor insect, the normal dose, the 3 C tablets per metric ton can be applied. So it is very, very important to identify the insect and go for the fumigation accordingly. Then, gentlemen, we generally ignore that there is only one insect in the stack, so we should not bother, we should not fumigate it. Please don't wait for the for the insect to multiply. In the second part of the slide, you see that the insect after 1 week, it is hundreds and thousands of insects are there. Lakhs of the insects will be there in the seed stack. So it will be difficult to control after that, and lot of loss might have already been caused by these insects. So don't wait for that. Go for the fumigation immediately. And sometime what happened, we try to, if we see that the stalks are infested, we try to treat it only by giving spray. In the second part of the insect slide, you see that spray will never be successful. You will have to fumigate. Don't wait for that. Fumigate the stalk immediately as soon as you see a single insect. Similarly, gentlemen, if you see a single larva in your sample, it means adults are there. So when adults are there, it means major insects are there, minor insects are there. So you need to fumigate it immediately. So don't wait for that. Even if one larva is there, larva means egg. Okay, came from egg, and egg has come from the adult. So adult is already there. So danger has already started. Immediately start the fumigation. Otherwise, the fumigation is bound to fail. Other part is slide you see where your floor having big crevices. You may go for mud plastering for sealing. You may go for using the sand snakes. But if the crevices are there, big crevices are there, the gas is bound to be leaked at all. So take care over here, then the success will be successful. Gentlemen, I have summarized it in the last slide. So you collaborate with the earlier part 1. I will request all of you to see part 1 and part 2 together to have the good benefit. I request all of you to pursue it, pass it to your friends, and don't forget to press the like button also, and subscribe it also. Thank you very much. God bless you.